Hi guys, JB and Mine out here, and these are my pickups for the month of late September, October, and November. So it's been a while since I've done a pickup video, but I haven't been feeling very well lately health-wise. And 2018 hasn't been a really good year for me overall. It's been a really crappy year, so I'll be happy to see that out the door. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first game is a 3DS game that they released recently. Luigi's Mansion. It's the original Luigi's Mansion. It's a port from the original GameCube version. It's okay, but it's not as fun as the second one though. This one feels more, I don't know, linear. The other one feels more like a puzzle type game, but I don't care for the controls for this one too much. But it's okay. If you like Luigi's Mansion, you'll like this. I can't wait for Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Switch to see what they're going to do with that. Okay, I normally don't collect toys, and I didn't collect toys, but I got this starter set, Skylanders Imaginators for the Switch. I got this because it was 20 bucks. I think the game started out with damn near 100 when it first came out. It's been out for over a year. So, there's that. Like I said, I'm not going to get any more toys for it. Probably aren't any more toys to come out for it, but there's that. Galmetal World Tour Edition. This is basically kind of a rhythm game, only you make your own. You're a drummer, and you make your own rhythms. And I guess the more combos you use, the more powerful combos you use, and do them right, the better you do against the aliens. It's basically, the story is a bunch of aliens are invading planet Earth, and you have to use the power of drumming to beat back the aliens. And the better your combos, the more points you make. The more points you make, the more chances of you beating back the aliens. So it's a pretty fun game if you like drumming. I don't know how to drum. I've got no musical ability, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty charming. Is that okay? This is the Police 2. It's kind of a police simulator where it's like a resource manager type game. Some parts of it you do tactical. You're doing tactical tactics like an SRPG, and some of the game you're doing basically you're just sending out enough cops to make sure that certain crimes get arrested, and you're trying to pick up loot at the same time. You're kind of a corrupt cop, but I like this game a little bit more if they gave you enough resources at the beginning of the game to do everything you needed to do. But it's a pretty interesting concept. This is a sequel to This is the Police, so the first one must have been pretty popular. They must have been selling enough. Okay, this game, I really want to like this game. It's a puzzle type game. It's called Candle, The Power of the Flame. And you're basically, the graphics in this game are beautiful. But unfortunately, I think that's what the creators of the game focus too much on instead of gameplay. Movement, you're basically using a candle to solve certain puzzles as you're going through an adventure trying to find all your people. And you got to use fire to open up certain doorways, to stop certain enemies and whatnot. This would have been a great game. This could have been a really good game. But the movement feels like a slug. It's horrible movement. The critics like this game. I'm trying to get through it. I really want to like this game because it's a really good idea. But unfortunately, the gameplay is really sluggish. And it's a pain in the ass to play. So I'd wait for this to be a discount. I tried liking this game. I got it at a discount. Little Dragon's Cafe. And it's basically a resource gathering game. You're trying to raise this dragon. And you're trying to run a cafe at the same time. And it feels repetitive. I played it for 2 hours and it just got repetitive. Nothing new seemed to happen. And you can't skip a lot of the dialogue. And it's just so... I tried liking this game, but it was so boring. It's a really boring game. I'm sorry. Beautiful game, but boring. This is an excellent game in the vein of those old Lucasfilm type adventure games. Flipping Death. You die, and Death decides it wants to take a holiday, and it assigns you as Death. So what you're doing is you can flip back from the real world to the ghost world to solve problems. It's like an old 3DS game, an excellent 3DS game, hidden gem, called Ghost Trick. If those of you who are DS lovers and know about that game, you'll love this game. She basically has to go back and forth into the real world to solve mysteries, to help move people to where they need to be in the afterlife. And it's a cute game. The graphics are hand-drawn, beautiful graphics. But if you like those old Lucas games like Escape from Monkey Island, I think comes to mind, you'll love this game. Great game. Great game. Mega Man 11. Now, I like Mega Man. The problem is, I suck at Mega Man. And, but, this is that, they got a level where they got different levels that you can adjust it to. And it's actually an easy level that's not quite so easy. It'll still kick your ass if you're not careful. But I actually got through it. For the first time in my life, at 40-something years old, I beat a boss at Mega Man. So that makes the game pretty good. And it's a pretty fun game. And I love it. And because I did so well so far at Mega Man 11, I decided to get Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Now the problem with this is you're really only getting Mega Man X Legacy Collection. You have to download the other collection, which technically doesn't make it a complete physical game. But I decided to give my try at this. I haven't played it yet. Afraid to. But there's that. It's got well, it's got 4 games on the disc, but you can download another 4 games. It's got challenge modes and stuff like that. But I can't wait to check it out. We'll see. I got this because it was $19. Legendary Fishing. It's a pretty neat game. Kind of like Pokemon for rednecks, I guess. Nothing special about it. I played it. It's okay. This is an excellent game. Valkyria Chronicles 4. I remember playing Valkyria Chronicles 2 for the PSP, and I love this game. It's hand-drawn, beautiful, gorgeous graphics. It's kind of like it's a tactical RPG, but you have to see everything from a first-person kind of perspective. But it's basically what it is. It's a tactical RPG. It's a futuristic one that's kind of made to look like an alternate Europe in World War I. But it's not World War I. They use futuristic weapons and stuff like that. But it's a fun game to play. Great game. If you like tactical RPGs, you can't miss with this one. Mercenary Saga Chronicles. This is, I think, 3 games in one. I had to wait a little while to get this because, I don't know, for some reason GameStop didn't get it in time. I haven't played it yet. Right now I'm playing other games. I just finished Demon Gaze. Right now I'm trying to play Rondo of Swords with a DS, and I would love some tips with that game. That game is tough. But I'm also playing a couple of other games on the Switch, which I'll show in a minute. I bought this. This was a Black Friday purchase. Namco Museum Arcade Pack. I got this for mostly the Pac-Man Championship editions, because a lot of these other games you can get on other platforms, and they're just as well, if not probably better. You got Galaga, Dig Dug, Pac-Man, of course, Sky Kid, Splatterhouse. What's this other one here? Rolling Thunder. And I'm getting old. I can't read this one here, but a couple of Galaga games. Tank Force, etc. It's pretty much got a whole bunch of games on it, but I got this one because it has a couple of Championship Edition Pac-Man games. But if you buy that, you better buy it this weekend because it's going to go back up in price probably after this weekend. So this one I bought this for $29, and of course 1 week later for a Black Friday purchase, it's now $20. But Vendee and the Ink Machine, it's an adventure game, first person. You're going through basically clues and you're solving puzzles and whatnot. Haven't played it yet, but it's gotten good reviews from what I understand. My favorite franchise of all time, probably one of my favorite franchises, Civilization 6. And this is getting good reviews. I remember I had Civilization 2 for the PC, and there were times that time would just fly. I'd be sitting there in the evening, and by the time it was done, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. That's how fast it was. These are usually fast-paced games, resource management games, tactical games. Just great series. If you like Sim City and stuff like that. And of course, everybody's heard of Civilization. So there's that. I can't wait to play this on a handheld. The Escapists 2. Well, this game, you're basically using it's kind of like a puzzler type game. Only you're trying to escape. You're trying to plan escape from different prisons and different prison scenarios. Yeah, it's pretty complex. The gameplay is kind of like an 8-bit era gameplay or graphics. I still haven't gotten past the tutorial yet. I got past the tutorial, but I haven't gotten past chapter 1 yet because I got to go back and redo the tutorial because there's so much to remember. But if you like the Escapists 1, you'll like this one. Okay, Project Highrise, Architects Edition. This is like a SimCity type game, only you're building skyscrapers instead of city streets. You gotta manage all kinds of stuff. It's like a roller coaster tycoon, you know, a park simulator game, stuff like that. Moonlighter. This is a mixture between a resource management game and a rogue-like dungeon crawler. It's not bad so far, except for the I just don't find you're running a store. You're trying to sell stuff that you find in the dungeons, in the store, and trying to craft stuff and trying to sell it. That part I don't find very compelling, but I do like the dungeon crawling a little bit in this game. It's not as good as some other ones, but it's still fun. It's getting good reviews, but just not grabbing me as much. But I will keep playing it though. Now, last but not least, this is a hidden gem, and it's an absolute blast. Cat Quest. It's like a Zelda game almost, but you're playing, but not so much puzzle. There's no puzzles to solve. But you're going through different caves, different mines. It's an open world game. You're trying to fight different bad guys. Let me tell you something. Don't let the cutesy graphics fool you. This game, if you're not prepared, will kick your ass. It's a blast to play. They use a lot of cat puns like catastrophe and cat venture and stuff like that. It's a blast to play. It's a hidden gem. I've enjoyed the heck out of it so far, but it's not as easy as the graphics would make it look. The graphics are kind of old school 8-bit, 16-bit graphics, and it's a blast to play. You got to make sure you got to know how to dodge as well as hit an enemy, and dodging is very important in this game, or you're just gonna get a beat down. Okay, excellent game. Okay, guys, those are my most recent pickups. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you all have a great Christmas, a happy New Year. Hopefully, I'll see you again before then. But pretty soon, I plan on doing a video on all my Switch collection, an update, and I'm looking forward to doing it, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Go ahead and subscribe if you like it, and let me know what you think. In the meantime, happy Thanksgiving, and God bless. Bye-bye.